While I was on the road, I lost track of time. Days were not weekdays or weekends anymore. Month end didn't mean a deadline coming up. I didn't have to be on time anywhere. I had no plan, no destination. Yet there was no fear. Only excitement of not knowing tomorrow's destination. It was still early morning. I was standing at the little harbor of Chau, a border town in the delta. The boat that had just disappeared was carrying me to Cambodia. From MacLeod, we had taken a minibus to this town. After exploring it for 2 days with Mijum, I was by myself again. So I began to walk towards the bus station. My feet stopped where a group of locals were playing jazzy. After watching them for a few minutes, I continued on. A little ahead, I stumbled upon an army of school kids. It looked like some sort of live-action version of chess. After a few announcements from their teachers, the fights began. Many locals had gathered around. They cheered at the end of every fight. Drums kept on beating. Finally, it was time to take on the king. Thus, he was defeated. And it was time for me to move on. Another minibus took me from Chau to port town of Tien. From here, ferries to Phuoc Island leave. The journey took me through more delta villages. Rice fields always kept company. I met a friendly family on the minibus. The father spoke perfect English. We talked about life, travel, and modern world's artificial bubble. Having their company, the trip did not seem long. When we arrived in Tien, I said goodbye to the family. I still had to find a place to stay, but my feet automatically took me towards the border. The sun was about to depart. Like Chau, most visitors here are only passing through. Hence, there is no typical backpacker infrastructure in the town. Phuoc Island was off limits due to my budget. But this seemed like a nice place to stay while holiday crowds reduced from Saigon. The town's main attraction is tombs of Maku and his family, which are on a hill covered with serene forest. Maku was a Chinese exile who founded Tien in the late 17th century. Through water trade, he brought prosperity to the settlement. Apart from these tombs and the central lake with street food stalls, there was not much else on offer. So the next day, I decided to rent a bicycle to explore the outskirts. There was very little traffic. The road led me along the coast, with the ocean right by my side. It was turning out to be a good decision to get on that minibus, without even knowing where it was headed. The road eventually took me away from the ocean. I was once again in the typical Vietnamese countryside. A little crowd at the base of a hill made me halt. This was Thak Dong Cave Pagoda. Even though it is a modern construction, it was interesting to walk through prayer halls made of limestone caves. The rocky hill also offered a stunning view. After spending half an hour here, I began the journey back towards Tien. While breathing in the countryside, I pondered about where to go next. I was probably craving for a company of other backpackers. It was time to head northwards. My belly gave a rumble, and I was craving for an ice cold Saigon now. Ending the day on the beach seemed like a great idea.